Welcome to the party, Magus. And as always, we'll begin shortly. I'm only quiet because, well, sometimes I just like to give that silence in the beginning of the day. But yeah, the show will begin shortly, as always. So how's everyone's day doing as we wait for the show to begin? If that's not a question you guys all want to talk about, I got another one for you. I'm sorry to hear about your cat, Magus. Well, I can't say I know perfectly how to lose a pet since my one pet was a goldfish from long... I'm not sure if it was goldfish, but it was a pet I had a long time ago that probably I never took that good care of anyways, but... Nonetheless, on that note, I just realized it has now been a little bit 2 minutes. As always, the time I like to let it ride for the show to begin. So, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Night Show! I'm your host, your Grand MC, your Night of Entertainment, the one, the only, TK Diz, Isaac, Quisip, Aeon, or you know what you can call me. I am your night host, the one who reads the night tome, who travels through this kingdom of entertainment to push back the sorrow and put a smile on everyone's faces. And I see we got a little skit going, so it's showtime when we continue our journey of Tales of Rise.
You sure can be a worrywart at times.
Oh, I'm sorry. How stupid of me for wanting us to stay safe.
Would you two children stop squabbling?
You know something?
Or do you want everyone to know we're here?
1989, what do you want to know? Or what do you know?
So how many Renans actually live in this place?
I couldn't tell you exactly, though not as many as you might expect. Machines and Zeugles take care of most of the city's basic functions.
There's Zeugles out here too, huh? Sounds like we can't afford to let our guard down after all.
Now let's go see what's going on here. Lenegis. Wait, is this place on fire? That's intriguing.
What in the world?
This being Renan territory, I was prepared for a lot of things to look different. But this is a bit more than I anticipated.
The very
Looks like it's caving into
foundations of
something.
the city have shifted. What could have caused this?
Alphen, did you do this?
When Lenegis changed shape, it must have had an effect on the interior too.
Maybe when they sent the wedge down to Dana?
But they wouldn't move around the places where people live. These are their homes, right?
I would think the
Sorry, someone
citizens
up?
themselves didn't have much
1989?
say in the matter. Either way, locating the Forbidden Zone just became that much trickier.
Dohalim? Is that you?
Avakir, I'm glad to see you're well.
So it is you! But why are you here? Shouldn't you be down on Dana participating in the crown contest? And these people.
So you haven't heard what happened on Dana, then?
Heard what?
Someone you know?
An old friend.
Hey, Dohalim. Don't tell me you've started keeping company with...
They're with me. More importantly, what's happened here?
I'm really not sure. The city's foundations began to shift without warning, and now everything looks like this. We're all waiting for the Sovereign to tell us what's happening, but so far...
Avakir, listen to me. We're looking for the Forbidden Zone. Do you have any idea where we might find it?
The Forbidden Zone? What business could you possibly have there?
Trust me. The less you know, the better.
You're just the same as ever. I wish I could help, but what with the changed topography, I can barely locate my own home. Let alone
That's
the
gotta
Forbidden
suck.
Very well. It looks like we'll have to find the way there ourselves.
Have you seen Faria yet?
Ooh.
No.
I see. Well, nothing much has changed with her. If anything, she's probably even more...
Did anyone hear that?
I can well imagine.
Why did you come back? You know it can only result in pain for you both.
I've no doubt of that.
I'm guessing he
You
killed
really
someone
are the
important to
same
her.
as ever. Fine, I understand. Just don't say I didn't warn you. And take care of yourself. Okay, Doe?
I'm sorry, the sunglasses just look amazing on all of them.
So who's Faria?
Law?
Yeah, straight to the point,
If what
just like
Avakir
Law.
said is true, it would seem the people of Lenegis are being kept in the dark about what's happening down on Dana.
They seem to be just as clueless about what's going on up here in their own world. Despite the fact that it's actually here that the wedge originally came from.
We need more information. Let's talk to the citizens, see what we can find out.
While we're at it, we can ask them about the Red Woman, too.
And don't forget about finding the way to the Forbidden Zone either.
Let's leave the talking to Shion. We can't have a bunch of Danins poking their noses around.
Good idea. I think that's for the best.
I shall assist.
You sure?
Being a lord on Lenegis has its advantages.
Right. Then we'll leave it to you two. The Danins among us should...
Ooh, another line.
What could be so important? It's worth destroying people's livelihoods and homes in the process. It's just... unbelievable. Uprooting an entire city as if it were mere building blocks. Someone's got an awful lot of questions to answer.
From how it looks, they must be siphoning off astral energy from Dana, and then sending it to Rena.
But why do all this? What for? Surely they can't be using all that energy for the crown contest.
Whatever their purpose, disrupting their siphoning process alone won't be sufficient. Not while we still don't know what their endgame is.
He's right. We need to stop this from happening ever again.
This Forbidden Zone might be where we find some answers, right? So what are we waiting for? Let's get moving!
You heard him. We don't have time to stop
I
and
have a
chat.
bad joke I just want to make about this, to constantly bring up the Forbidden Nose. Ooh, another skit.
So, I've been wondering, do you think when Lenegis was built, it was even made with people living here in mind?
What do you mean?
Well, none of this happened by coincidence, right? They must have designed it to transform like
Got a
this.
point.
But then, if they knew people were going to live here, you'd think they would have taken that into consideration to avoid all this chaos.
Ordinarily, yes. You'd think so. Trust me, as far as we were concerned, Lenegis was our home, nothing more. No one knew about all this. It makes you wonder whether the city was just built on as an afterthought. But if so, to what exactly?
Sorry, that probably sounded weird, huh?
A
Not at
little.
all. Sometimes it takes an outsider's eye to help you notice what you've been missing all along. This place is a mystery, that's for sure. Something tells me we'll find answers where we're going, though.
Yeah.
I'd hope so,
You're right,
because I'd be
Shion.
very
I'm sure we
disappointed
will.
if we went through all this and didn't find a damn answer. Now that reminds me, what game was it that, I remember watching a playthrough of a game. It was some game with like ghosts and spirits, and I want to say it was Homeward Bound. Like, we got an answer what caused...
What an unspeakable mess this
Actually, no,
has
I think we
become.
didn't.
Just look at the state of our city. Even the Zugals have
Hey,
stopped
give me
heeding
an-
our commands. Whatever did we do to deserve this?
You really have no clue what might have caused this?
Would that I have. Alas, there was no warning, no prior decree.
They have a king.
His Highness must have deemed it unnecessary for us to know. We have no choice but to grin and bear it. But do my eyes deceive me? Could I really be standing in the presence of his lordship, Dohalim of the House Ilkaris? I believed he was on Dana.
Your eyes do not deceive you. It is I, one and the same. I have returned to fulfill a special duty, the details of which I cannot divulge.
As your lordship wishes. First Lenegis mutates beyond recognition, now this unexpected visit. The Sovereign's plans are inscrutable indeed. The Ilkaris house has produced a great many lords over the centuries. I shall be praying for your victory in the latest crown contest.
Your good wishes do me an honor.
Alright, now forward more. Nothing here. This is the way.
Your lordship. Oh, what a great honor it is to finally meet you. I descended to Dana during the last crown contest also. Alas, when the contender I was backing failed to clinch the title, I returned. I witnessed the deaths of so many slaves.
Indeed.
Sorry to interrupt, but we're looking for a woman dressed all in red. Have you seen anyone of that description?
Do they have anyone of that description?
All red, eh? No, I can't say I remember anyone like that. I imagine she'd stand out somewhat, too.
Yeah. What about down on Dana during the crown contest? You didn't see anyone like that hanging around the lord you were serving?
What's with all these questions? I've never seen her, okay? Not recently or otherwise. Why do you want to find her anyway?
Never mind. Forget I asked. Sorry to take up your time.
I'd like to note that he did recognize a red woman.
Is everything okay? You look a little lost.
Oh, yes. I can't seem to find my way home, is all. I was just about to make my umpteenth attempt at a new route.
Damn.
I was hoping to
That's
head this
gotta
way
suck. Think about
myself.
it. If the routes
Situation's
were
a
literally
real
all
pain,
changed,
huh?
no one would be able to find their homes.
I
That's
suppose
gotta be
the
scary.
Sovereign knows best. I daren't stay here too long, though. A lower caste can only linger around these parts for so long before I outstay my welcome. I was hoping to avoid it, but maybe I'll have to go that way after all.
You mean you know another way round?
Ooh.
Lord Dohalim Ilkaris! But how? Last I heard, you were in Dana competing in the crown contest.
Yes, strange, isn't it? If you know another route, we'd be grateful if you could tell us.
But of course. Please forgive me. There's a wall that sprung up ahead of here, with what looks to be an entrance in it. I thought maybe it was a passageway between the different quarters, but I've no way of knowing for sure.
It's worth investigating, at least. I shall go and assess the situation. In the meantime, wait for me here. If it looks safe, I'll come and let you know.
You'd really do that for me? A lord troubling himself for someone of my lowly status?
Our lot in life is of little consequence. We are both Renan, first and foremost.
Oh, why yes, my lord. Thank you.
Well, we've canvassed the city for information. What do you think?
No one has the faintest idea what's happened to the city after all. They haven't heard the news about the crown contest either.
You'd think that info would easily find its way up here. Has it always been like that?
Not to this extent. Which would indicate that something's suppressing the truth. That Lenegis is under some kind of control.
Interesting.
Given
Oh,
everything
my
that's
battery's
happened
low.
to
I
their
gotta charge
city,
it tonight.
the people here seem weirdly okay with it all.
Yeah, that one guy even said his Zoogle had stopped listening to him. If that's true, these people are in big trouble.
Everything that happens here is attributed to the Sovereign's will. It's the way people have been conditioned. Their belief runs deep. Nothing happens devoid of a reason. To them, it's all part of the Sovereign's grand plan.
The Sovereign's
Do
plan.
it. Do
There
it.
is one thing I'm still not sure about. Just who is this person ruling over Lenegis?
The Sovereign, of course. He rules from Rena while presiding over both Rena and Lenegis.
Without the lords or anyone in the middle doing his dirty work? Isn't Rena at least the same size as Dana? That's a pretty big dominion for one person to rule over. I would have thought ruling Lenegis alone would be difficult enough.
The points you make are valid, though I confess I'd never given it much thought before. Here, the Sovereign's total authority is as natural as night turning to day. Come to think of it, I know nothing of the nature of how Rena itself is. Shion, have you ever been... No, forgive me. Have you met or crossed paths with, or even heard of someone who's actually made a visit to the homeland?
Ooh.
No, I haven't.
Neither have I. In which case, I would imagine that... But no, surely not. Can it really be that no citizen of Lenegis has ever been there?
Hold up, what are you getting at, Dohalim?
Assuming what I believe to be correct, it's possible that no one on Lenegis has ever laid eyes on the actual Renan homeworld itself. No one but the Sovereign, that is.
But what about trade and communication? There's got to be a flow back and forth, surely.
Not if the Sovereign is imposing his will on Lenegis single-handedly.
Damn it,
Could
Sovereign.
be a one-way street.
But I thought you said that the Sovereign's all the way over on Rena. If that's the case, can he really rule directly over Lenegis from so far away? What if something were to happen to the city, like now?
I'm beginning to wonder what the nature of this Sovereign even is. Alphen said he was forced into the role, right? Just before the ceremony. But
Or is
Sovereign
there really a
also the title
Sovereign?
given to the almighty Renan ruler. So which one is it?
Whoever wins the crown contest inherits the throne from his or her predecessor, before becoming ruler over all of Rena and Lenegis. Thereafter, that individual is known as the Sovereign. Though, it would appear that the current ruler has gone silent. As for how Volron factors into all this, at this point,
Very good
I no longer
question.
know what to believe.
3 centuries ago, I became the Sovereign here on Lenegis. No, not just became, I was forced to. Me, a Danon. 300 years later, we cross paths with Volron, who also bears the Sovereign's crest. That's not the only thing we have in common. We both became Sovereign without winning the crown contest.
Do you think Volron
Even though
was
it
made sovereign
kind of
for
imply
the
they
same
shouldn't be able
reason?
to.
Because of that ceremony?
I can't say for sure, but it certainly sounds like it.
But that would mean that 2 Sovereigns would need to exist at any one time. One whose job it is to rule, and the other for ceremonial purposes. We never
Could
did
there
see
be?
Volron's body back in Ganath Haros. Is a new ceremony underway with Volron at its center this time? Could that be what's causing all this strange activity here?
Wait a second. You don't think Volron and the Red Woman are working together, do you? The
That'd be a
ceremony
scary
can't
thought.
go forward without the Renis Alma. The same one that the Red Woman stole.
There's something else the ceremony needs. A maiden. And unless there's another one out there aside from me...
Questions, questions, and yet more questions. Ones that it seems will remain unanswered, until we can establish the Sovereign's identity.
If the Forbidden Zone really is off limits to everyone but the Sovereign, that seems as good a place as any to start. For the sake of liberating Dana, too.
Then it's decided. That's where we need to go.
One of the citizens mentioned a passage that she thought might lead to another section of the city.
Ooh.
It could point us in the right direction. Let's go find it.
Sometimes you remember how long these cutscenes are.
Kind too.
And yet, weirdly, none of them seem to mind. Am I the only one who finds that strange?
It is the way things have always been, so no one thinks to question it. You have experience in that regard yourself, do you not?
Unquestioning acceptance of your own servitude. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Even so, the quality of life here seems much higher than any Danon city we visited. I used to think it was impossible to build an ideal society without wealth. But I suppose having it doesn't always mean people are treated fairly either.
More to the point, not a single citizen seems to have even heard of the Red Woman.
What if she's not here? What if it turns out we're looking in the wrong place entirely?
It's still too early to say anything for sure.
For all we know, she might be able to blend in, move around unnoticed. I say we hold
Literally.
off judgment until we've exhausted every avenue.
Still more.
Tell me, Dohalim, has that skill of yours got a name?
And what skill would this be, pray tell?
You know, when you're talking to people around town. The way they suddenly become
Yeah.
putty in your
No, he just has high. He just has high charm stat.
I do. It's called friendly intimidation. Look imposing and speak in a deep,
Nah, it's just-
booming voice.
it's
and
just his
presto,
charm.
You'll have people wrapped around your finger in no time.
At least he's not wearing a hat with plus 50 charm.
Scandalous tricks. Any feelings of intimidation are solely in the eye of the beholder.
So there is a knack to it. How do you learn it? Can anyone do it?
Not a lot. Did they want to use that on Rinwell
Is there special training to master?
or Shion?
Let's see. An obsession with being elegant is a must. Oh,
You kind of
and
want to see Star as just being
too.
snarky.
Bonus points if you speak in a way no one can understand.
If you've a bone to pick with me, it'd be quicker to just come out and say it.
What? They look up to you, that's all. I'm just helping them along.
Hey! What's got into Alvin and Law all of a sudden?
I can barely understand a word they're saying. And what's with the weird poses? Was it something they ate?
The
I hope you're
shipping.
willing to take the blame for this one.
I wasn't expecting them to take me so seriously. I'll go and have a word with them.
With nobody left to run the show, I wonder what the people here are supposed to do. I mean, their sovereigns up on the Renan homeworld, and all their lords were sent to Dana.
But Dohalim was a lord, right?
Only current acting lords have power. Renan society is quite strict about such matters.
Damn.
Even if the other lords were still around, I doubt they'd be able to do much about the situation.
I wonder what they'd think if they were here to see Lenegis now. Balsif, Ganabelt, Almadria, and Volron. Now that I think of it, aside from Dohalim, we know next to nothing about the other lords.
Other than they're most likely all dead now.
Yeah, why would we? To us Danans, they were just enemies we needed to overthrow. Nothing more.
Yeah.
I know. But seeing Renans in their own city, going about their day-to-day lives, it gets you thinking.
It feels strange to imagine the lords living here too, you mean?
Yeah, a little.
If you're that curious about them, why not try inquiring with some of the locals? Every lord in their household has their share of supporters here on Lenegis. And luckily for us, the people here are unaware of the events on Dana, which means they should be more inclined to talk to us.
That's good. Wait, what? even know we had a side quest. That was unexpected. You want to know which lord I support? Why? Are you out canvassing for someone? I'm with His Excellence, Erwin. So tell us, you probably know him better as Lord Balsaf. Wow, that's the first time I've... Yeah, I would go with by the name Balsaf if that was my name as well. I know a lot of people consider him to be a giant brute. Believe me, I realize he can be an aggressive man. What those people don't realize is how much he looks after the members of his house. He does? It's fair to say that House Teleridalis doesn't enjoy much esteem. Those of us who serve it will be the first to admit that. But His Excellency always stands up against any who would mean us harm. Of that, we can be sure. His efforts in the crown contest aren't only for his family, but to improve... Yes. I pressed X too early. I owe so much to His Excellency. I would never dream of serving any other lord.
Balsaf had it in him to care about someone other than himself? Really?
It's
that shocks me too.
A change in position can do much to alter one's perspective.
So even he might have had something he wanted to protect.
I mean, he just did it horribly. But hey, sometimes you can do the wrong thing for reasons you think are right. Lord Dolohim, you have returned. I have seen you brought aids with you. Do you remember who I am, my lord? Sure that you must, yes? Not only do I support House Ilkarthus, I probably just butchered that, more especially his lordship personally. So much I've been trying to share my appreciation of his lordship to any who will listen. In fact, I was planning to publish my extensive writings on the subject through this very terminal for all to read and enjoy. But since the lines appear to be cut due to the recent tumult, I've been unable to upload them. I know, since you're all here, I'll just read them aloud. And there exists the most handsome man, a man who radiates beauty, whose every word, every syllable is divine poetry. He hails from the famed house Ilkarthus, and his name Lord Dolohim. Music is his passion, and the arts his great love. Scores of boorish, uncouth men of this land cannot begin to compare to his magnificence. So refined and majestic is his posture. Why, the mere thought of it brings me to ecstasy. Once he becomes our sovereign, Rena shall bloom anew, ushering in an era of prosperity for our grand civilization. Until that glorious day comes, I shall forever be praying for his victory, morning, noon, and night. Well, what did you think, my lord? I poured my whole heart into it, hoping to capture your essence. Wait, I forgot to mention anything about his lordship's love for collecting things. I must take this time while the lines are down to append it. Only then will my masterpiece be complete. I love how Dolohim said nothing.
All of Lenegis, then.
Good thing the lines were down so she couldn't.
It almost sounded like she was praising them too.
Maybe there was more to the guy than at first glance.
I shall refrain from commenting.
Alright, now there's more. Ooh, over here. Looks like we can't get this way. Well, I never. To think anyone would try to tear me away from House Valkus. What do you want? Don't tell me you work for Lord Dolohim or that dreadful Lord Andrea, do you? You don't? Well, don't scare me like that. To answer your question, I come from a family that has served House Valkyris for generations. Indeed, I'm doing all I can to support Lord Ganabet behind the scenes so he might emerge victorious. Many think of him to be a cruel man. He is a very cruel man, but I insist they are utterly mistaken. Though I won't deny he can be strict, he puts Renan's interests front and center like no one else. Yeah, Kate, I'd rather than say goodbye to Lenegis. We should get on with colonizing Dana and expand our horizons. That way we can become masters of both worlds and overturn our current minority status on Dana's surface. That's why he seeks to become our next sovereign. Tell me, is there a greater, more noble ambition than that? I think not. It is a pursuit of power for the advancement of all our kind. It is what makes him an expectantly lord, a model above all others. Though I am unable to accompany him myself, my two sons have been blessed with the honor of joining him on the surface. As their father, it fills me with endless pride.
Ganabelt was horrible to people. Yet he was invested in helping Rena succeed. Doesn't that seem just a little inconsistent?
I'm perhaps biased in this matter, I admit. However, in my mind, while all lords vie to become the next sovereign, they're also meant to serve as guardians of all of Rena.
It seems like Ganabeld also had people he cared about until the very end.
So why couldn't he extend
Did he?
that to us Danans?
Did he now? Now the question is that the entire side quest? Because I mean, it looks like there's more. Well, I'm guessing that's all we can do here. Because I ain't seeing anyone else on this map. What's here? In all my years, never have I seen such potent healing arts. Thank you so much for taking the time to help an old woman like me. Did not even realize that was a woman.
Everything will be okay now.
I know the basics of healing arts, but my skills pale in comparison.
I'm so grateful for Shion as our healer. Yep, and I was right. The other ones were in here.
This area doesn't look as badly damaged as that other district we went through.
Indeed.
Pardon me.
This area falls under the sole jurisdiction of House Canes. I must ask you to depart at once. Surely you don't claim to be ignorant of our famed house, ruled over by the esteemed Lord Andrea. If so, I urge you to listen well. In fact, I bid you listen carefully regardless. Have you ever noticed how in the history of Lenegis, only a few women lords have emerged to compete in the contest? Many have theories to why this might be, but Lord Andrea squashed the doubts of any naysayers through sheer might. Probably would have been better if you shared the theories. In fact, not only did she usurp her father and previous family master, she also removed her older brother to claim the seat for herself. She is a woman who stops at nothing to get what she wants, who gives her enemies nary the slightest opening to strike. Truly, Lord Andrea is a woman of talent. No one in all of Rena better accentuates the virtues of our nation's monarchy. Soon the glorious age of women sovereigns reigning over Lenegis shall be upon us at last. I feel like you're supposed to be mocking
I
something.
guess her willingness to stoop to any low came from a survival of the fittest worldview.
And some people here not only shared her belief, but championed it as morally right too.
That doesn't make it true. Too bad they couldn't see through her.
Yeah.
Alright, now, who's the last one? I mean, we heard Bell stuff. We heard, again, about Valim. I guess Volron's. I'd hate to see who would think Volron is a good one.
Ridiculous.
How loathsome. Oh, I was just reading about Volron. Can I help you? I was always an ardent supporter of Lord Ugawi Hildress myself. Were it not for his sudden death down on the surface, I likely still would be. In my eyes, Lord Ugawi is a true water lord. I don't believe for a second that he perished in some accident like they say. As for how Volron Lund's gonna Haros, don't get me started. I hear he enslaves not only Danans, but even his fellow Renans. We may live in a society where to the victor goes the spoils, but his actions go against what we as a people stand for. Besides, what sort of family line is this house unnecessary is anyway? I've never heard of it until he came along, which means they must be the lowest dregs of society. That such an ignoble lineage could suddenly produce an astral artist capable of ascending to the lordship is unheard of. None of it makes any sense, not to mention all the upheaval around here of late. What is happening to our people? So he doesn't support.
It seems like the people on Lenegis don't really know much about Volron either.
I remember being quite surprised when the Lord of Ganath Haros changed so abruptly.
Didn't you have any doubts that something suspicious was going on?
On the contrary. Remember, we Renans are raised to accept everything at face value.
When you think about it, the families of Renan lords must see them differently than the rest of us.
Yeah, despite the brutality they're known for.
They must have had a lot on their shoulders. carrying all the weight and responsibilities of Renan society.
Renans live in a world where strength and power determine their position in the social hierarchy, so they tend to grow up fiercely competitive. But their loyalty to their people is also strong. It's what brings them together against outside forces, and nothing exemplifies that more than the Lords.
That's what makes them the guardians of all of Rena, so to speak.
Right.
Yeah.
It's the same reason Balsif hated my guts, and Ganabelt went after you, because we're threats
Really?
to Rena.
Guess that makes you an even
Didn't you
bigger
also
oddball than we
rob
thought.
Falstaff?
So, Alphen, have you gained anything from all of this?
Yeah. I think it's made me realize that the Lords were all people, too. Balsif and the others, they all had their own circumstances to deal with as they went through life.
Yeah, but still, just because they had loved ones in their lives doesn't mean...
I know. What they did was horrible. I'm not trying to dispute that. But at the same time, they weren't incomprehensible
crazy.
monsters either. They were individuals, just like the rest of us. So I guess what I'm trying to say is...
You're saying that they weren't bad because they were Renans, or because they were terrible monsters. Even if they did terrible things, they were still just people.
Renwell.
Am I wrong?
Not at all.
Being a Danon doesn't make you a good person. And being a Renan doesn't make you a bad one.
I'll agree with
I
that
think that's
statement.
something we've all seen.
Shion and Dohalim definitely make a good case for it.
And I'm going to keep doing my best to make sure I earn that trust. As a fellow human being above all else.
Well, we completed the side quest. Now what are we gonna see? What do you mean I'm a
There's
rabbit?
something I just don't get.
What is it?
The crown contest itself has always gone ahead as planned, right? In which case, the current sovereign of Rena should be whoever it was that won the previous contest.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, who was it then?
Hanfricht Milgras, the former Lord of Cislodia, if memory serves.
So then this Hanfricht whatchamacallem, he's the current ruler of Rena?
The last I heard, yes. Though, admittedly, I haven't actually seen him since the end of the previous contest.
You're saying that ever since becoming
Yeah,
sovereign,
but that's only
he's
just 'cause
never
it's
actually
funny.
shown himself on Lenegis?
I guess over holocom maybe, but not in the flesh. Same thing goes for the sovereign that came before him.
Now that you mention it, I don't recall anyone ever visiting Lenegis from the motherland, sovereign or otherwise.
And that never struck you as a little bit odd?
When you live here, it's as if you're conditioned not to notice all these strange quirks and discrepancies. The question is then, by whom? And to what end?
A new Renis Alma is supposedly created to coincide with every crown contest, meaning each victor is awarded their very own. In other words, if that's true, there should be as many of the things out there as there have been contests.
True, but going on what we witnessed in Pelagian, it didn't look like the sort of thing that could be made to order. But if even the victor's speeches have been part of some grand deception, then where are they? Quite frankly, I'm not even sure what to believe anymore.
You and me both. Though we are Renan by blood, neither of us even knew that such a thing as a Dark Master Core existed, remember?
With any luck, the Forbidden Zone might give us some answers.
No use standing around here chatting about it then. Let's get a move on.
No cutscene. Nah, I'm pretty sure if I go this way, I'm still gonna go straight. Sometimes I wonder how it switches in cutscene.
Faria.
Varia?
Oop.
Isn't that the person that Avakir guy was...
Shut up.
But why are you here? Wait. Don't tell me you've given up on the crown contest and come crawling back home from Dana already. Nothing to say? Even though you were willing to kill Tarnigan to secure your position as Lord, you still...
Kill?
I'm here to take care of something. If you wish to continue this conversation, I only ask that you wait until I'm finished.
Oh, of course. You always did prefer to take the coward's way out. Even after 7 years and living on that Danon rock, you haven't changed one bit. But let me tell you, I haven't changed either. Not a day's gone by the past 7 years that I haven't hated you.
If killing me will bring you peace, then so be it.
Dohalim, what the hell are you saying?
First, I have business to take care of. If it's vengeance you seek, I will grant you it. But you must wait. My sins are legion. Let me finish what I came to do. Then you have my word. I will let you do whatever brings you peace.
Damn.
Sure, that's it. Run away like always. You don't even have the courage to die. No wonder you leave it to someone else. You're just a coward!
Oh shit, red woman!
Dohalim.
I apologize that you had to witness that.
Is it true? What she said about you killing someone?
Each of us have our pasts. I am no exception.
Before, back in Menancia, you mentioned having taken a friend's life over the throne. Is that what she meant?
The mistakes I made there were not my first, and may not be my last. I will say no more.
Did you mean what you said? About letting her take your life if she wanted to?
She has more right to my life than anyone.
But you can't just...
Whatever happens, I have sworn to put an end to the crown contest, and to ensure continued coexistence in Menancia. I have no intention of expiring before I do so. There are far too many questions I still seek answers to. Besides, you have just as much reason to kill me as she does.
Dohalim!
Damn.
Forgive me. Some things are best left unsaid.
That's not a line I was expecting to hear. Damn, so many areas. God.
Wow, this place is beautiful.
Yeah. It must be some
This
sort
area
of
doesn't
rest
seem
and
wrecked.
leisure area for the locals.
You think? Man, these Renan sure know how to live it up, don't they?
Is something the matter, Dohalim?
Before I went down to Dana, my friends and I, we used to gather at this very spot and play music together. Avakir, Faria, and Tarnigan. That was a lifetime ago now.
Tarnigan. He was the one that Faria mentioned, right?
He was once my dearest, closest friend.
Okay, so it wasn't her child, it was
Faria's betrothed.
her fiance. That's worse.
Despite Faria's lower-class upbringing, she possesses a tremendous talent for music. Entranced by her playing, I helped her overcome her sense of inferiority and introduced her to Tarnigan and Avakir. It was a time of great joy. 4 people bound only by their love of music, with no care for social standing. Only the next song, the next melody.
A friendship based on mutual respect, and a society where everyone is a prisoner to their social class. You really are different, Dohalim.
I suppose it's natural you would see it as strange.
I would have, once. Now, I think the idea of breaking away from society's constraints and choosing your friends based solely on affection is something beautiful that's worth cherishing. Besides, it was that way of looking at the world that laid the foundations for coexistence in Menancia.
Your praise does me too great an honor. I was merely following
These
the
six of
wishes
each other's
of my own
backs.
heart. And even then, it only lasted until the crown contest began. After that, Tarnagin and I became fierce competitors for the position of Lord. Tarnagin had fallen for Faria. By becoming Lord, he aimed to wrest her from her humble origins and raise her to the highest echelons of society. But fate was not so benevolent.
What happened?
Tarnagin was no match for me in combat. On a level
But he
playing
just kept
field,
going
he
crazy.
wouldn't have stood a chance. But he was desperate and low on options, and he couldn't stand the thought of defeat.
You mean he resorted to dirty tactics to try to win, right? But then why does Faria think... Wait. Don't tell me she doesn't know.
How could I tell her? Combined with the trauma of losing her beloved, and by her friend's hand, no less. She would have been devastated.
So instead you let her go on hating you, so she could use that hate as a crutch for her grief?
A lot of characters
That's
do
not
move
the
like
same
that,
as
I've
running
noticed.
away, though.
It is exactly the same. Unable to face the loss of my friend and the burden of my duty. Instead, I decried my fate and looked away from what I'd done. As for what happened after, that you already know.
But if you hadn't become Lord, Menancia wouldn't be what it is now. The Danans there would still be suffering under Renan oppression like before.
Shion's right. What other lord would have treated me as you did?
Literally, but to be fair, part of that was only because of his own shock of what happened when he killed his friend.
People, Dohalim. You saved me. It's thanks to you that I'm here today. So, try not to blame yourself. The burden you've placed on your own shoulders is too much for anyone to bear.
Frank as always. But I shall do my best to heed your advice.
Do you think he'll be all right?
Yeah, I think so. He's got Kisara.
It's important to have someone like that.
I didn't realize how difficult it is just to be there for someone.
Sometimes just knowing someone's on your side can be enough. And he knows, Shion. I promise he does.
I hope you're right. Alphen.
Yeah?
I never appreciated until recently just how much you were always there to support me.
It goes both ways. You've helped me keep going more times than I can count.
Maybe. But
Literally.
I still wanted to say thank you.
Farther we go. I see a merchant.
I see a medic and supply officer over there. If they know you're with me, they'll likely offer their assistance.
Ooh. Forge weapons, forge weapons. Damn, we can't make this. Or this. Yeah, nope. 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 Damn. Alright, no one gets new weapons. But we all see what we can sell. And nothing. Not really sure why we need a medic.
Damn it. Lenegis soldiers.
Of course they're gonna
Any
fight.
way we can avoid fighting them?
That all depends on them. Whatever happens, be ready.
Well, so much for them not wanting to fight.
Hold! I am Lord Dohalim
Of course.
Menancia. I command you.
The rest of the city must be erased.
No. Have they been
And
brainwashed?
they're
Washed or not.
high level as well.
Got one.
My shield?
As for arts,
That's my shield.
no further. Shut him down.
Well, we're definitely gonna need to get the power. Can't. Hopefully we can close that gap by fighting as much as possible. I don't think we've ever been matching a level during the fight. I feel like we're always a little low. Like, I don't know if it's because I'm literally just not focusing on grinding. And I was at one point, but...
Get toasty! Burn strike! Violent darting wind.
Down! Shattering attack! All fire support!
Yours to be let free.
Justice bombardment!
Lightning orb!
Coming through. Ha! Now. Scarlet and
Those soldiers seem different from the citizens we've come across so far.
Yeah, they weren't big talkers, that's for sure. They just attacked without warning.
Oh.
They weren't in the least bit fazed by Dohalim's presence either.
Indeed. They seem to recognize us as enemies, nothing more. And yet, traditionally, Lenegis hasn't been high on threats. A few frenzied Zeugles during experiments here and there, but not much else.
Their glazed-over eyes reminded me of the soldiers and slaves we met back in Ganath Haros. The ones in blind devotion to Volron.
I've never seen anything like that here on Lenegis before.
Maybe someone doesn't want us here, and the soldiers are their way of letting us know.
What with the Red Woman, the Sovereign, and Volron, we're starting to develop quite the growing list of adversaries. At least we'll know to keep our wits about us.
Yeah, we're all literally either a difference of 3 levels or 4 levels lower. Ugh, that's not a good thing. Of course, I literally was trying to grind. Well, at least we're getting into some fights. Alright, these ones are a little closer in levels. It's not terribly off, because I can see there's at least 2. Most of them are level 42, but it's still a massive gap in levels. Well, good thing we have Dohalim.
stand back. I'll trip it up. Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Glacial spear.
There!
Hands in the wind.
Rising Wyvern! Climbing Falcon! Vacuum Blade!
Who wants to die next?
Here I come! Do it! Vacuum Blade!
We can heavily swallow.
This should come in handy when crafting weapons.
Oh man, I hope I live long enough to regret this.
I love how he likes he's worried about regretting. Oh, that was it. This one definitely feels strong.
Get behind me.
Got it! I'll leave it to you!
Our law just got really unfortunate with those hits.
Raging Cascade.
What's the weakness on this guy?
I'm nearly done for. Eternal Devastation!
healing orb.
Thank you. Wait, did I hear a weakness there? Where did I hit? Definitely feels like one I'm supposed to be hitting a weakness on, but I am not seeing a weakness to hit. It's strong, but it's such a big part. Damn. Come on. Boom. Damn, that did not kill. How are you still not dead?
Look sharp. Lightning tiger blade.
I need to be stronger.
We all do, Shion. We all do.
I've got a really bad feeling about this.
Okay, now we're surrounded by 44s. I would say I would take some time to grind, but I never seem to have a good place to grind.
Do it! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Sometimes I just laugh at what they say.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Seriously, how does it pick the attack?
Swallow dance!
You're quite the gunslinger.
I have to be, in this world.
Don't worry, I've got your back.
Yeah, we're gonna fight everything to get as much of a level as we can.
They really don't give up, do they?
Not today!
Leave the ensnaring to me. Yeah!
Once you have something to ensnare, we will. See?
No further! You're finished!
Right.
Lightning tiger blade!
Let's refrain from
Boom.
losing.
Oh, we at least now all got at least one level up. That's good. So we're at least, what, 41 now? Shortcake recipe.
Those soldiers don't seem to have any qualms about attacking on... I have a
Damn.
bad feeling about this.
No bad feelings. This ain't Star Wars. Come on.
A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm
Coming through!
Boom.
Ha! Now!
Scarlet Inferno!
Here's a healing
Shattering
arm.
of faces! Attack time!
Confiscated.
You picked the wrong
Glacial
fight!
spear. Here's the
In a bind!
More with that.
Let's show how tanky this guy is. We just used 4 different link strikes all at once, and none of them did enough to kill it. Those link strikes or whatever I'm thinking of. I'm still gonna keep hitting him. I will say, I hope there's not too many of these kind of guys.
Coming through! Scarlet Inferno!
Here's a healing arm.
Damn, such a powerful ability too.
You're finished!
Far enough! Take this!
Can't move!
Don't give up.
No!
I'll bring you back from death to bits. I'll bring you back from death to bits.
I can do this all day!
Illuminate the
There we go. Well, that's gonna take all of our CP.
Get toasty.
Bird strike!
With this, I can become even stronger.
Okay, but because we had to use so many. Where's our gels? Actually, don't have a lot of gels. I really should have bought some at the store. Oh, 11 level iron.
What's with that shining foe over there?
Break yourself! This one's up!
How am I already?
I'm the true gunslinger around here. Here's a healing arm. The close one.
Damn!
Radiant here.
Rising Wyvern!
Nothing gets by me!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Illuminate the dark.
The enemy's robot!
You'll soon see about that.
Far enough! In a bind!
Damn.
I'll tear you apart! Do it! Goodwill! Demons descend! Flashing fang!
Firmament render.
Now! Vacuum blade!
Glacial spear. Here's the evil.
Rising Falcon!
Don't interrupt me.
Healing arm.
Vacuum blade! Fall back!
Confiscating.
Damn! Swallow! No escape!
I'm all stocked up. Render.
Damn!
Arrow star.
I'm not done! Take this! I'm on it! Rising Wyvern! You're mine! You're finished!
Shining supernova.
Take this!
Radiant casting.
Laser sight!
Sleep now. Lightning.
You picked the wrong fight!
Outwatch and
Take this!
annihilate. More with that.
Boom.
I can feel my power growing!
Okay, nice. We're getting the levels. Well, not perfectly. At least we're catching up. If I want to say now, what Alphen is what 42?
In a bind! You think that shield will save you?
More than
Attack time!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
Blah blah blah.
That ability does not seem more impressive. If I realized where I was standing, I would not have used that right there. Jeez.
Demons descend! Flashing fang! A freezing storm!
No, it doesn't remind me how many times I've seen that. It's still fucking impressive.
Melt! Scarlet Inferno!
Take this! In a bind?
Take this!
Get toasty!
Bird strike!
Ah. Fuck.
Onward and upward.
Fair.
This must be it. The entrance to the Forbidden Zone.
But it's just a wall. How do we get through?
Whoa, we? I thought this was Sovereigns only.
We have to do the rest of this without just Alphen?
Alphen.
You did open the door.
Yes! It opened!
Interesting. If Alphen's presence still opens the way, it would seem the Sovereign of 3 centuries ago and now are considered one and the same.
Ooh.
What?
What the?
The light! It burns!
Alphen.
You again.
Tomorrow's the spirit
Maiden.
channeling ceremony. We'll finally play our parts as the Sovereign and Maiden. How have you been feeling?
What am I sovereign of? Shuffled from lab to lab, always treated like an experiment. Whenever they look at me, all they see is a Danon. I don't even know what their precious ceremony's for. Let alone what they're going to force me to do as the Sovereign. Tell me, if we're both in the same boat, why do you seem so calm right now?
No choice. Becoming the Maiden's not something I wanted for myself. But they said Rena's prosperity depended on it. How could I say no after that?
Still, as a Renan, at least you got to decide. Good for you. Meanwhile, I was taken from my homeland. You aren't the captive one here.
It isn't right what they did to you, and I'm sorry for what it's worth.
Sometimes I think something's up
When
with
this
her
is
voice.
over, I swear I'll help you get home.
But it might just be
I can't do this
the way the
alone.
voice actor's saying the lines.
One more day.
It's, I don't know if I'm just hearing something,
How
just
could I
a
say
weird
no to
echo.
that? It's not like I have any choice in the matter anyway. So, what's your name?
It's Naori. Naori Imaris. Try to remember this time.
You don't act like them. Like the other Renans, I mean. How come you treat me like a person?
Because you are. It's true we come from different worlds. But neither one of us asked to be here right now. In that sense, you and I are much the same. We couldn't do this. We wouldn't be able to talk to each other as people. If we didn't see the humanity in each other. So I suppose the question you should be asking is, why wouldn't I treat you like one?
See, that line sounded weird, like there's not a weird echo.
You're not
effect.
like the others.
Maybe they're not like me.
Here's what we'll do. We give them their damn ceremony. You get me to Dana. That'll be the end of it. I'm taking you at your word on this. I'm trusting you, not them. Naori.
What the hell just happened?
That
A
vision.
memory?
Did everyone else see it too?
That person Alphen was speaking to, she looked exactly like Shion.
It was Naori. Naori Imaris. Isn't that right?
Yeah, that's right.
She really does look like Shion. I'm beginning to see why Alphen was so confused.
That's all very well and fine, but what did we just witness exactly? It was too real to be a mere hallucination.
It was a conversation we had 300 years ago. The night before the ceremony.
You mean all of that really happened? We just saw an episode straight out of your past?
But how is that even possible? Unless... Could this be the Red Woman's handiwork too?
No,
Maybe.
I don't think so.
Why not?
You guys didn't feel it? The moment the entrance opened, it was like a stream of Danon astral energy rushing over us.
I felt it too. And not for the first time either. It was the same sensation as back inside the wedge.
That would make sense. After all, vast amounts of Dana's astral energy were being siphoned and sent up here to Lenegis. For all we know, perhaps we're close to the spot where all that energy was stored.
So you think it might have been the energy itself that was responsible for that vision we just saw? But how? And why?
We have no way of knowing. Maybe it's not even as deliberate as all that.
Shion, you okay?
Yeah. It was all just a little sudden. That's all. So that was my ancestor, huh? It was like looking into a mirror.
Yeah, there certainly is a resemblance.
What about you? How are you holding up?
Me?
Even putting aside the question of where that vision came from, it's likely we'll see more of those. Reliving painful episodes from your past. Do you think you can handle it?
I can't just pretend like the past never happened. Besides, if it helps us uncover the truth of what that ceremony really was, it might also lead to answers about your thorns.
Alphen.
That's not all. This whole time, we've been fighting to free Dana from the Renans. But now that we're here, it seems those same Renans might have it just as bad. I'd like to liberate them too if I can. Which is just another reason I can't afford to shield my eyes from the truth.
Whether you're on Dana or somewhere else, you always stay the same. Your indignation and righteous passion, your desire to free and protect, they're all hardwired into you. Not that I'm complaining. Come on, let's bust this thing wide open.
Nobody's here.
Stay sharp. After that last illusion, there's no telling what could happen in here.
Damn. We're gonna fight a boss, can we at least get healed? That's just respectful. Just to heal us before a boss fight.
Faria, how did you get in here?
Wait, something about her isn't right.
Red. Now we're gonna see what the red woman did to her.
What's wrong with her? She doesn't even seem to know where she is.
Yeah, you're right. She looks just like the soldiers we encountered outside.
Oh god, are we gonna have to fight her? Is that a Master Core?
Summoning?
But that's preposterous. She never had that kind of power when...
We can talk later. Here it comes!
What? I've never known Faria to control symbols like that before.
How about with a stone that looks suspiciously like a Master Core?
Where did she get her hands on that?
Red woman. There's a weak point?
You picked the wrong fight.
I'm asking if I legit don't see it. Unless... Wow, this part is technically keeping...
now, not ever.
Here's a healing arc.
Tanky. I mean, yes, I know what they mentioned the weakness. It's the fact that I can barely even see that. No! Someone revive me! We have not had the time for a lot of... Okay, I need to use this.
Now you see what I can do!
Piss off! Not today!
I'm on it! That's freaking
Here's a
You
healing
shouldn't have
shield.
messed with me!
Rising Wyvern!
So fucking tanky.
Let me help! I can do this all day! I'm on it!
Talon Hurricane! Here I come!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
I feel like that did a lot, but not enough.
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it! I'll leave it to you!
Do it!
Look sharp!
Lightning Fire Blade.
Rising Wyvern! Rising Falcon! Rising Wyvern! Here I come! It's over! It's gonna attack!
Trying to dodge when I can. Whoa! Oh god, I thought, did Shion just die? She does not have a lot of HP. Okay, do we? I can't use any items. Item. Damn, my last orange gel.
Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down.
In a bind?
Rising Wyvern! Vacuum Blade! Rising Wyvern! Rising Falcon!
Sorry.
Stay away from my friend!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss.
Damn.
Rising Wyvern! Rising Falcon!
I still got some fight left in me.
Rising Wyvern!
I'll smash you!
You're not! Take this! The flame inside is yours to be let free!
Damn it. Out of ammo.
Here I come! You're mine! You may be
Could have totally bought more items.
never back down! We've got him on the run!
Damn. Guess we're gonna have to break into the life bottles.
Don't get cocky.
Right. Still anyone's fight.
How low health I'm on. Okay. It is literally my only one. Yeah, I definitely don't want to use that. Alright. Since it's the only one.
Take this!
That move.
I'll finish you!
Easter!
You're
mine! Rising Falcon! Take the
Not my fight.
You'll pay for that!
Law!
Lunar Rondo!
Seriously, if I see a merchant, I should really buy some gels.
Rising Wyvern! Can't end here!
No!
Not done yet!
I really do like that she says, I'll bring you back from death to best. It's honestly a cool line. What the hell? I was not expecting that.
Now it's just her!
Faria! Can you hear me? Faria!
She's preparing another summoning!
The art she's casting is way too powerful to control.
No.
At this rate, her body won't be able to take much more.
Dohalim!
Good job, Jian.
Man, I thought we were goners.
Everything okay?
Yes. She's only unconscious.
Not her. I meant you.
Xion, please. Can you treat her?
I can try, but I can't promise she'll be back to her real self when she wakes up. All I can do is heal her physically.
We're not even supposed to be in here. Maybe it'd be better if we moved her to somewhere a little safer. Don't you think?
In that case...
I'll take her off your hands.
You?
Avakir, what are you doing here?
Huh?
I was curious what you were up to, so I took the liberty of following you to find out. I overheard what you said about Tarnigan, about how he really died. I'm sorry, I had no idea.
And you believed me? What makes you so sure I wasn't lying?
I like to think I know you a little better than that, Dohalim. Give me some credit. I'll take Faria. Leave her with me. I know better than to ask what you're up to. But whatever it is, I hope it all works out.
Thank you.
He seems like a good friend.
He hasn't changed. He never was one to stand out. Instead, he was always hanging back, worrying about everyone else. As for Faria, it's always the closest to me who get hurt.
You don't seriously blame yourself for what happened to her, do you?
That's just ice cold, mate.
Somebody got to her, to strike back at me. Someone who knew me well enough to know that I'd hesitate to fight back. And the same goes for you as well. Neither you nor Faria would have lost loved ones, if it wasn't for me.
You're wrong. Kelzelik was the one who killed my brother, under orders from Almadria. As for Tarnigan, if it weren't for the crown contest, he'd still be alive. That and the whole damn hierarchy that makes it possible. But that's why we're fighting. To put an end to this whole messed up system that treats people as expendable.
Indeed. Ridding society of this blight is really the only way I know how to atone for my sins.
You can't atone, Dohalim. I know it hurts to hear, but those people are dead. No amount of soul-searching or trying to make amends is going to change that. Forgiveness, acceptance, those ships have sailed.
So I just forget the harm I caused?
No, the opposite, in fact. You remember. You never forget. You keep it in your heart always. And then you go on living. Not for those already past, but for those still alive.
For those still alive.
Kisara's right. So long as we've still got breath in our bodies, we can make a difference in the lives of others. Lives being the operative word.
That's what living's
Gotta
all
keep fighting
about.
for those who
Being
believe in.
able to still make a difference. Punishing yourself for the past won't make the pain of your conscience go away.
Only fixing the problem in its stead. Is that what you're saying?
That's right. You have to live for tomorrow, Dohalim, not for yesterday. And not only that,
Not wrong.
you need to live for yourself, and for the change that you still can be.
I shall try.
Don't forget, we've still got a mystery to solve. The Forbidden Zone,
We do.
remember?
Xion,
Huh?
thank you. You have my deepest gratitude for what you did for Faria.
Glad to be of service.
Snipe, snipe.
I'm glad we could stop Faria without hurting her.
You all did much for
Oh,
her.
we all
as
got a
well.
lot of
I'm most
levels for
grateful.
that.
Oh, shucks. We're on the same team.
Do you think
But I
Faria
still really
was
hope there's a
being
chance for being
controlled by someone?
healed.
Certainly seem that way. The question is, who? The Red Woman?
The same person who's
Yep.
behind all of this, I'll bet. Whoever that is.
Brainwashed or otherwise, the feelings of resentment she holds towards me are real.
Someone used her because they knew we'd hold back. If that's not playing dirty, I don't know what is.
It does tell us one thing at least. Someone here in Lenegis is watching us. Someone who means us harm.
There's no question. That attack was meant for us alone.
By someone capable of getting inside a person and manipulating them like a weapon. We need to find whoever it is, fast.
The better question, is there a place I can heal? I was just beaten. I don't have items for healing.
What is it, Rinwell? Do you hear something again?
Yeah. It's that voice.
The will of Dana's astral energy.
What? There's so much astral energy. But where's it all coming from? It's almost like it's alive.
Shit, something looks like it went wrong. We know it did, but... That does not look good.
That was the spirit channeling ceremony just now. No, it was more than that.
What the hell was that? It felt like everything was on the brink of... like the whole world was seconds from...
Explosion!
It's the same vision as the one my thorns show me. A vision of impenetrable darkness that swallows up us and everything else.
An empty void. A nothing so complete and dominating that there aren't even words to describe it. The end of time.
The visions of the apocalypse you've been seeing. If I'd known how bad they were,
So, everything we just saw, those were Naori's memories, right?
That's right. It was as if her innermost thoughts were speaking directly to us. At least I know they weren't mine.
That power flowing into her. It reminds me of Shion's thorns. If they're what's responsible for all these visions she's been having, then maybe...
Maybe my thorns are made from that same astral energy?
If that is the case, we just found the missing link between your thorns and what happened here 3 centuries ago.
Damn.
No, more than a link. Perhaps even the very heart of the matter.
I've never felt astral energy so powerful. What was that?
If it's the same energy
Something
your thorns
crazy.
are made of, it must be dark astral energy, right? And isn't that something only Renans have?
Correct. Dark astral energy is possessed by Renans alone.
And when enough astral energy gathers together, it develops its own form of sentience. If so, maybe that complete oblivion is exactly what the Renan astral energy's will is wishing for. But why?
It wants oblivion?
I don't know. Will can be a pretty vague thing to nail down. It's more of a feeling, just like the will of Dana.
But the will of Dana is made up of astral energy too, right? And if that's what's been showing us these visions... I don't know, should we really be getting so involved with this thing?
Dana's will would never want oblivion.
But you can't say that for sure.
Cut it out, you two. Squabbling over theories will get us nowhere.
Let's keep moving. If it's Dana's will showing us these memories, then I'm as clueless about its motives as any one of us. But if it could lead us to the truth, then I want to find out more.
Shion's right. All we can do is keep going. If these really are Naori's memories we're watching, there could be truths in them I was never aware of. And I think they may be the kinds of truths I need to confront if we're going to keep fighting.
I'm sorry about what I said earlier. Come on, let's go.
Finally.
Seeing visions.
That vision we saw. It was as if it was meant specifically for us.
What do you make of it? Do you still think the will of Dana might be involved somehow?
Maybe it's trying to tell us something. But what?
Well, it could be supernatural. You know, like seeing dead people, messages from beyond the grave, ghost-type stuff.
That's your grand theory? That we're being haunted? Come on, Law.
Wait. He might be closer to the mark than you think. What if a person's thoughts and deeds were to somehow become indelibly etched into the ether of a place? And what if those with a connection could then somehow pick up on them?
You think that's what it was? Some kind of message someone left here for us?
I am merely entertaining the possibility. Whether it was Dana's will, or somehow connected to the Sovereign and Maiden's powers, I do not know.
Okay, back up a sec. You're saying that if a place is full of enough astral energy, it can somehow show us events that happened centuries ago?
That's a scary
More
thought.
to the point, how does that much astral energy gather in one place anyway? Seems unlikely it happened naturally.
Whatever it was, it survived here intact for 300 years. Whoever left it for us, the strength of their intent is beyond doubt.
The strength of their intent.
Just seeing the way it's playing out, I don't think I have control. Yep, this is more the character's actions.
Soon, we might very well learn the truth behind Shion's thorns, as well as my own past. I have to be ready to face anything. Whatever happens.
I feel like I'm about to make a mistake, but I'm pretty sure I cannot fast travel back into this area. Turn back for a moment.
Time first. I want to make sure I go into whatever comes next completely prepared.
I mean, did we even get a fast travel option here? Because we have to go through all this again. I mean, it looks like I can technically warp back into this map. Alright, let's warp back into here. So I can at least buy some items.
We've reached
And because I can already see... I think technically I can warp back to other zones, so if I need to go and do some grinding. So heal. Yeah, let's see, what can I cut? You know what? Why not?
Good food is the best kind of magic.
Wait, did it just do a stat decrease? I thought I would... Okay, I guess I didn't look at that right. Okay, now let's buy some shit. Alright, buy. What does this do again? Oh, no, this is what I want. Okay, I can only buy 3? Okay, I guess we'll buy 8 of those. Life bottle. 4. Damn, that is all my money. Platinum dog tags? Okay, now that we bought that. Alright, let's buy another 2 of these. And just as an emergency, we'll buy 1 of these. Damn. What can I sell? I don't think anything good. Alright, buy it. No. Sorry, I wanted forge. Forge. Yeah.
Did we really just
spend
that much money?
So I'm gonna save again. Only on this playthrough. That way I have something to load back to. Well, I could do some... Actually... Fuck it. I'm gonna go the long way so we can get some grinding in. I realize that seems counterproductive since I'm probably gonna have to go and heal again. But we did find a whole bunch of things that were not... We were 4 levels higher, so honestly, doing some grinding would seem like a good idea. Especially, I feel like we're getting potentially closer and closer to the end of the game.
I'll trip it up. Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! No further! Take this! Rising Wyvern! Lunar Rondo! Rising Phoenix!
Did not mean to use that ability.
Here I come! Rising Wyvern! Lunar Rondo!
Good.
With this, I can become even stronger.
Get the big guy, I'm gonna skip because they are really not that fun. Doesn't seem like a good thing to say when I flat out pointed I was doing this to grind, but... Oh, it's here and I didn't even notice it. Pineapple gel, that's good. The thing is, like, the big guys, they're not exactly quick, and I don't want to just have an episode focusing on grinding. Like, as much as while I'm doing this episode to grind a little, it's at least because I've noticed we are underleveled. We are, like, put in bad places because we're not even matching the level of the dungeons we're going through. Like, honestly, even if I run through this and I end up 44, I'm very tempted to go through this just again after this just to get a little stronger. Like, I may actually do an episode where part of the focus will be to grind. Because at the rate we are, I feel like we're underleveled and we're not going through these well. And if this really is a final boss fight coming up, I kind of don't want to be considered underleveled.
I'll stop your movement, and I'll stop your life!
Here I come!
That makes sense to everyone, right?
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Do it! Look sharp! Lightning tiger blade!
There! Here goes! Lightning! Do it!
We managed to pull through.
Like, see, only one of us is, you know, 2 of us are 43. Like, we do actually need to grind. I actually do think we need to get a higher level. Especially because our gear is not the best either. Like, I'm high loading it on, we need healing items, but yeah. Although, seeing how this was here last time, I never noticed that. That kind of makes me sad. Man, looks like I've already gone through the entire part that I want to travel through, so we're going to run that again.
We've reached our destination.
You up? No, I won't cook. Actually, see, can we buy any armor? Equip. Yep. Probably because we want to at least make sure we're getting more stat boosts as well. Oh, we don't have the gold. But, if I'm correct, we technically should not need this armor anymore, right? We'll have to... Yeah, we'll definitely... And I'm gonna keep saving constantly because... Well, honestly, if we end up in this place I cannot come back for, I want a backup file. I know it's not very impressive that I'm just focusing on grinding right now, but like I said, we've been under-leveled. And I don't want that. I don't want to be so under-leveled, especially if it's a boss I'm fighting.
Little help!
Especially it feels like we haven't been really doing much compared to anyone. And the only reason I'm not doing this over the weekend is because that's days from now, and honestly couldn't even tell you if I would be able to do it over the weekend, just grind.
Eat dirt! This one's mine!
Rising Falcon! This
Armor
one's all
won't
mine!
save you!
Here I go!
Burn it down!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
We managed to pull through.
Okay, this time we'll fight it, I guess.
No choice!
Yes, we need to get as much experience as possible.
Can't get out of this! Time to cross blade! Swallow dance! Rising Rising Falcon!
Denied! I'm all stopped up! Mega Red! In the wind!
Here I come! It's over!
Target!
You're finished! I'm just getting started! Here I come! You're finished! Rising Pistol! You picked the wrong fight! You're mine! It's over!
Hitting them until they die.
It's over! Rising Falcon! There! Away! Coming through!
Boom.
Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Did we actually hit them that many times, or?
You're mine!
Glacial Spear! Here's evil!
Rolling snap! You're mine! Rising Water!
A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
You're finished! I could do without this pain.
Here's a healing art!
Take this!
Magic
You're
grenade!
finished! The flame inside is yours to be let free!
What's this? Far enough!
Here I
I'm out
come!
of ammo! Here's a healing art!
Blow away!
First
Rising
aid!
Falcon!
Arrow squall!
Vacuum blade!
Annihilation!
Vacuum blade!
Come on, you're almost there.
Raging cascade!
There!
In here! Let me help!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here, let me help!
You're mine! Rising Wyvern!
Here
Here I come!
No, I won't give in.
Here I come!
God, this thing's so tanky.
Arch Seal!
You're mine!
Not on my watch! Now! I'm all set!
I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life!
That took more energy than I expected.
Well, that was not much of a grinding boost that I was hoping. Like legit, I think like we got less XP from that than I hoped. There's more to this dungeon, right? Like I feel like I've not covered a lot of it. Although maybe this will be a new area for us.
Here, let me help!
You got spirit! Rising Wyvern! You're mine! Lunar Rodan! Vacuum blade! I won't show you any mercy! Now you'll learn! Hurricane!
Laser Spear!
It's over!
Now you see what I can. I'm just getting
You're
started.
mine! Rising Wyvern!
Hey! Blow them away!
No, you can't! We're not done!
Leave the ensnaring to me. Yeah, and the pummeling to me.
This one's mine!
No escape!
Dance in the wind!
You're mine!
Air thrust!
Here I come!
Oh, and I can't aim properly.
Here I come! You're mine! You're finished! Burn it out! Damn it!
Freaking does it!
Here I come! You're finished! I'm on it!
Fucking that there a lot of times is pretty good actually.
Lightning Tiger Blade! Now! You're mine!
The waters of creation! Magic is there! Cut it away!
Struck! Talon Storm! Lunar Rondo!
Do it!
Struck! Remove!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
I need to be stronger.
Okay, I'm pretty sure one of them just leveled. I want to say Shion because she spoke up. Yeah, I want to know what's down here. Especially if it's more fights, because like I said, we're gonna just focus on grinding for now. Ooh, this looks like it's gonna be a lot of them.
Rising Wyvern! Here! Rising Falcon!
Here, let me help! It's like trying to keep up with a wolf!
I'm not done!
Far enough! It's go time! Get out of this!
I'll be saving this! Radiant, this ends now!
Consider
Not what I meant, but
Laser Spear!
I'll take it.
See what I can do!
Eat this!
Thunder Field!
Vacuum blade! Here I come!
Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Here, let me help!
My turn! Vacuum
First
blade!
aid! Do raging cascade! Astral energy! Full throttle!
That has gotta be crazy ability.
Where are you going?
Rising Wyvern!
Here, let me help!
Rising Falcon!
First aid!
Rising Wyvern! Strike!
All good things.
You're mine! Talon Hurricane! There! Here I go. It's over. I'm not done. Burn in hell. First strike. Here I come. Look sharp. Lightning Tiger Blade.
I'm ready for the next battle.
Oh, we're definitely getting stronger. That was a lot of pups. Damn, there's another one. I wonder if we'll be able to use any of what we just collected to upgrade. That's also probably something else we should focus on doing, upgrading our gear. And yeah, we're right back to this spot. Damn.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
I promise I'm not stalling by how much I keep doing this. It's just literally just me trying to do. I wonder if there's a way we can get XP boost. Ah, but we can't cook it. I wonder if that's why it's red. Now let's see. Can we buy any more armor? No, I don't think we got any new gold. Yeah, well that does make me wonder. I'll have to remember that. Alright, let's save again. And I will remember the center button is what I need to press to save. Center button. Is there anything over here? So I need to find as many as I can. I just realized this is the actual goddamn path we're supposed to take. Sometimes I just don't pretend. Remember how I'm doing.
Stand back. I'll trip it up. Denied. Take this! Rising Wyvern! Lunar Ronga! You're mine! Rising Wyvern! This one's all mine! You picked the wrong fight!
Oh, still managed to hit one good. Well, I'm not killing it, apparently.
Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Yes, in the wind!
My turn!
Here I go!
Rising Wyvern!
It's over! Lightning!
Take this! You're finished!
Damn it!
Take this!
This one's mine!
I can carve through armor!
Now!
Eat this!
Into the fray! I'll be saving
Here I come! Rising Wyvern! No escape! First strike! Rising...
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
This guy again.
No backing down!
No escape! Rising Wyvern! Take this! Lunar Rondo! Here I come! Lunar Rondo! Rising Falcon! Ignite! I'm on it! Lunar Rondo! Here I come! Lunar Rondo! You're finished! Here I come!
Not on my watch! Here,
this!
Another shield! First aid!
Eternal devastation! Coming through! Ha! Melt! Scarlet Inferno! Here I come! Rising Wyvern! Storm! Rising Wyvern! Lunar Rondo! This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Unfortunately, we can't use your shield right now. Instead, we're just going to keep hitting it until it dies.
I never miss!
Here and now! Eat that! Prepare to be Rising Falcon!
Freeze Lancer!
Let me help! Rising Falcon!
Illuminate the dark!
Did not slow him down.
These fists have got your name on them!
The flame inside me yearns to be let free! You're finished! Eat dirt!
Also, Alphen is literally about to die.
Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
First strike!
Here's a healing arm!
Still didn't kill. Let's just show how tanky this guy is.
I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life!
We won.
I still feel like there was a lot more to fight last time. But that might just be possible they got rid of some of them.
Armor won't save you! Let that gun out of your hand!
Rising Wyvern! Lunar Rondo!
I never miss!
Come on! It's over! Rising Falcon!
Now!
I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life!
Still not enough to kill, but we're doing damage, which is what I want.
Get toasty!
Bird strike!
That's my cue!
Shut him down! No further! Lunar Rondo!
Nothing gets by me.
Rising Falcon! Do it! Take this! Inferno Punch! Rising Falcon!
I'm gonna go fast enough.
It's over!
Freezing storm!
Take this! Rising Wyvern! Lunar Rondo! No escape! Rising Falcon!
More where that came from! Annihilate! Photon blast! Illuminate the dark! Come forward!
Let's refrain from losing.
Yeah, at least now we're all 43. So honestly, well, except Kisara, she's still only 42. Well, she's getting there. Like I said, I might just try to make sure the whole party is 44 before we move on. Which means we're running this over and over. But this will be the last match of the round.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
It's over! Storm! Burn in hell!
Anything in armor is all mine. Now you see what I can do.
That'll bring you down!
Storm!
Take this.
Rising Wyvern! Rising Falcon! There!
Watch this.
You're mine!
Do it.
You're finished!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! My turn!
Eat this.
Rising Wyvern! Take this!
Ready to go!
Here I come!
Now!
Bam.
Now!
It's over!
Thunder field!
The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
And,
Onward and upward.
okay, Now let's just see how much do we actually have left of this, because if it's another warp area, I might as well go and heal up before we call this. I'm pretty sure we're about to get the warp to a new area. Yep, which means let's warp right back to the civilian area.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Rest up. No, it won't cook. Damn, I wanted to rest. No. Now let's talk. Buy, sell, sell. We'll sell the dog tag. We now have more money. We'll buy the diamond vest for Law. He'll be stronger. We'll have no gold, but we'll worry about that next time. Without further ado, I hope you enjoyed our show. Share your favorite follow, like, spread it around. If you know others to be entertained in my show, send it my way. I'll happily entertain you all. Also, don't forget to subscribe. It can only help the channel. Generally, if you're wondering what those benefits are for subscribing, feel free to ask. I'm happy to share. Till next time, this is The Night Show. Offline. Show's over.